Hi, I'm Lauren Mckinsley, and today's presentation will be on what playing cool math games taught me about business-to-business sales. So here's the rules for this experiment that I designed for myself. First, I play each randomly selected cool math game for exactly 10 minutes. Second, I can't stop playing the game. I have to actively be doing something during those 10 minutes. Third, I may not skip a chosen game. And then, of course, afterwards, I have to come out with learning outcomes. So, before we get into it, here's our starting point. For the purpose of this presentation, we're forgetting everything we know, except for, obviously, B2B is business to business, and that our goal is to maximize advantage for both sides of the interaction, which is ultimately in service of shareholder value. So, what's the problem? Why do we need to do this? It's because humans are bad at sales. Human weaknesses in this sector can include emotions that don't align with the goal, especially women, am I right? Energy limits. We need to eat, we need to sleep. Not everything does. And then limited computing capacity as well. The brain can only hold so much information compared to a computer. It can only come up with so many solutions, and it's unpredictable in what it uses for those. So, some solutions to these weaknesses that we already know are embracing the alpha instinct. You are not a submissive role when you're selling, you're dominant. You're not begging for them to buy a product or a service or to make a deal with your company. You are telling them why and how they will buy this and for what price. Second, relying on technology to bolster your brain will overcome that limited computing capacity. Fun fact, if you get ChatGPT to shame you like a parental figure when you get information wrong, it's way better than just looking over your information. This has been tested with a sample size of 1, soon to be proven more. Anyways, the third way is what we'll do today. This is knowing how you embody these weaknesses. By studying what you specifically do when under pressure, you can find specific solutions to those specific problems. So let's get into it. Game number 1 is color cars parking. We're fine to just move them. So I don't know how challenging this thing can actually get. What? Oh shit. Right as I say it. We cannot go orange blue. So let's just do it earlier. Yep, there we go. There we go, that's how you do it. Wow, so you saw me make a very obvious mistake here. I was embarrassingly confident in that puzzle, only to be humbled right after. I thought I knew what was going on and I had dismissed it, and that was wrong. I'm now showing you this clip as a ritual to cleanse myself of this sin. So by starting with a simple appearance, color cars made you think that you know what's going on. By letting your guard down like that, but in a sales environment, you can often get caught without a good answer. And then second, a lot of the times you'll miss upsell opportunities, and those are very important. So, solutions to the color car effect, which I have taken to calling it for the purposes of this presentation. First, find ways to humble yourself before the sales encounter. You can do this by daily apologies to him, by playing color cards for 8 hours on the clock to master it and experience all of its complexity, and then a second apology to him for playing color cards on the clock. Second, you can remember that you have accomplished nothing compared to color cars parking. You haven't coded, you haven't written, you've only sold to clients your whole life. Your expectations are skewed by your limited perception of skill. So, now that we know a few solutions to one, let's move on to the next. This is game 2, get to the other side. Okay, maybe I was wrong. That was more like a duple. Oh! What do I do if I beat the game in under 10 minutes? That was kind of fun. I guess I'm locked here. Oh fuck! Oh fuck, you can jump off the walls! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Look at that! Look at that! You can jump on the ceiling. If I just do this fast enough, I can fly forever.
Maybe I can reach heaven that way. Maybe I can reach heaven.
We're done. We're satisfied. We win. This is what eternity and bliss feels like. It's painful and it's boring and it's more torture than hell. When they tell you, oh, heaven's like eternity where everything's great and good and stuff, but you just find that you're at the end of what you are interested in. You wait for the heat death of the universe. As you noticed, when I got to the end of that game and I still had time left, that was a dangerous moment where I criticized the salvation that he offers. So I want to know, did you notice anything specific about that? So those thoughts could be called non-productive thoughts. They go into that category. Silly me. What I forgot was that the human brain is unreliable when it generates solutions. To get around this, we must train it to think like a successful salesperson, but also to think like the enemy. Solutions can only arise from a mind filled with the right ideas. Any straying from the path opens up the opportunity to slip, as I did it in the game. If you know the enemy and you know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself but not the enemy, for every victory gained you will also suffer a defeat. If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will succumb in every battle. That's a quote by Sun Tzu from The Art of War. So, what does this mean? What are these? Can I hit them? Oh! That's like really just weird to my brain. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Why that disturbs me? Because that's how much I should be able to do it in. Fuck you. Fuck the moles. Wow. Apologies for that profanity. You saw that I showed fear. I let those moles get to me. So, as I have shown fear, I must now recite the litany against fear before attending to anything else. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me. And when it is gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear is gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain. So, listen closely to this part. I have no hope for a life after this, in or out of the corporation. My final chapter has been written since he found me. I only hope to spare others. What comes after this are the signs to look for when he comes to bring you deliverance. And just as a little side note, he tells the truth. As we all know, deliverance brings new life. But I am blue, I tell lies as I am imperfect. I am yet to be delivered. So, with that being said, here's sign 1. 25% of people don't notice, but oak trees are more related to fish than they are to other trees. Be an oak tree. The trees are safe to approach. When you see a tree, make sure to respect it with an offering. Now for sign 2, it's the air. Thank you. I hope he does not find you. If you don't stop him, don't bother praying to any god you know.